We set out explicitly to build an internet for value. So we think most people will use Ripple using dollars, euro, yen, the existing things of value that they're comfortable with. And Ripple, our currency, really plays more of a supporting role. So you can completely ignore it, or you can use it directly. The important thing is the value web plays the starring role, the math-based currency plays the supporting role. We think that's kind of the opposite of Bitcoin.
I think that Chris Larson clip kind of addresses what Todd is saying here, and it's a question that a lot of XRP investors are asking. Todd says, I love the videos, have for years, but I'm becoming unsure with XRP and its supposed use case. And so a lot of people feel that Ripple is pivoting away from all the things and ways they were supposed to use XRP. This is important to understand, though. The idea that XRP is the only use case for the XRP ledger, that is the pivot, that is not the original vision for this blockchain and for Ripple's business and all of that. Originally, you hear from Chris, it's all about dollars, yen, gold, all sorts of real world assets. And they invented this kind of area of stable coins, real world assets, decentralized trade on a DEX. And they ignored that and they stopped building that out and they stopped leveraging that OG technology stack on the XRP ledger. And then Ethereum and a bunch of other blockchains blew up with all this functionality. And what do you know? Their original vision that doing these functions, using these use cases, will actually make the underlying currency, the math-based currency, more valuable, more used. And so they're really going to the original version, and they have been doing this for a while now. But this is the way forward, letting people use what value they want, and that bridge currency, that math-based currency, that cryptocurrency ultimately will capture that value because it's what makes the whole engine tick. It's what makes the machine go. And you need that non-debasable, decentralized currency to make this system work. So it's really a return to the original vision, the correct vision, the idea of what they should do with this technology. People want to spend dollars. They want to spend euros. They want to, invest in gold. Fine, let them do that. But XRP, again, is that bridge currency that makes it all work. So I think this is a return to form, not a pivot away from XRP. And ultimately, it will bring us the most value. If you're watching this video, make sure you subscribe for daily news updates. We'll keep them coming for you. Hit that subscribe button. This is my biggest detractor, TZ. I think he makes great comments. I appreciate everything he does. He says the following. Why does Ripple need anyone else? He's talking about that digital asset treasury, that $1 billion digital asset treasury that's being formed. And he's saying they release $1 billion XRP every month. Why don't they just fund it? That's $2.5 billion. Why do they need $1 billion worth of XRP from outsiders to fund this crazy SPAC? I think really the deal is it's more powerful when you have Kraken and Uphold and Chris himself and all these different people. It's not just Ripple taking their XRP and putting it in here. It's a bunch of different investors. And I think, again, it's just going to be more appealing to the market. This isn't something that just Ripple's putting out there. It's something that some other very big entities are getting behind, they think have value. And that's going to give investors more confidence to jump in here. And I've been saying this. The purpose of this isn't just another mechanism to invest in XRP. It's not just because other people have digital asset treasuries and we want one for XRP. It's deeper than that. Ripple is the biggest digital asset treasury in the world. And if they can prove that a digital asset treasury with XRP as its underlying asset trades at a premium to the XRP it holds, what does that do for Ripple's valuation as a company? It makes it go up probably 10, 20x. It's going to be huge. And that's what they're looking at here with this. They want to prove that they should trade at a premium to their tens of billions of XRP that they hold. That's my opinion long term. We saw this from Crypto Eddie. Are we supposed to get excited about XRP news because it makes the price go down? This is always the thing we talk about. Exciting news comes out and then the price dumps. It's not about the FOMO of the news. It's like when the court case ended. The price, it went on a run. When we actually get the announcement, we won. The price of XRP went up and then it kind of returned back to 50 cents. But it's not about that moment. The FOMO the news creates. It's the environment it creates where we can go on a sustainable growth path. And we saw that when the time was right. XRP went from 50 cents to over $3.80. That is significant growth. That would not have happened if the court case was still going on. So this stuff sets up the future, but it's not the moment of the news that makes the difference. It's the environment it creates. Like when ETFs get launched. It's not about, okay, everyone get excited about ETFs. It's going to be the continuous inflows that over time will have a compounding effect and push XRP's value up. That's what matters, not the hype of the news when we look at this. Also from Crypto Eddie's channel, said, I don't understand why we need a SPAC. We are going to have ETFs and all this stuff. Again, I think it's a different mechanism to show a digital asset treasury trades at a premium to its XRP holdings. And they're going to say, look, this $1 billion SPAC trades at a premium. Ripple, the biggest digital asset treasury in the world, also should. And it sets them up to go public down the road at a much, much higher valuation. That's my opinion, because that's why we need it. It's not just another way to invest in XRP, because they're right. You can just buy ETFs. You can buy XRP spot. This digital asset treasury is different. It shows on the open market in the real world that a digital asset treasury should trade at a premium. And we already see that with Strategy and some other DATs. They just want to do it with an XRP one specifically. We see this from Mickle Market. Someone put, I really don't see any reason for Ripple to go public at this point. They have so much money. Look, you may see something like what Coinbase did, right? Coinbase, they didn't IPO. They didn't raise any capital. They're like, we don't need any more money. We got enough money. We're just going to do a direct listing, right? So those that want to cash out can, and there's liquidity there for them. More investors can participate. It drives the value of the company up. But we're not going to give any more equity away. That could happen. But it is important, because when you hire people, when you hire devs and executives, they earn stock. And if you had this illiquid stock that you can only sell on LinkedIn and other platforms like this, you're not going to get the top talent. People want to get stock in a publicly traded company that's going up in value in a significant way. And so if we're competing with Circle, and there's a blockchain dev that can either earn Circle stock or Ripple stock, that makes a big difference. They're going to win every time. So I think for this company, they do eventually want to go public when the time is right, and they may not actually sell any more equity. They may just do a direct listing like we saw with other companies within blockchain. This person says, happy for Ripple's success. Too bad Link2 stole my private equity in Ripple. Really sad for all the people that have been affected there. But the good thing is, it looks like all the stock is there. We have people like John Deaton fighting for your investment here, and hopefully you're able to recoup most of your value. When there's some new updates there, I will bring them out, and hopefully we get a good resolution here. It's good, though, at least it's not like a SBF thing where they stole the money. I mean, it's there. It's just that the way they mishandled that company, it kind of locks everyone's funds for some time. Hopefully that's cleared up here soon. Lastly, today, CPA 9487 gave me a $4.99 super thank you. I don't even know what that is. It popped up on my phone. Thank you so much, my friend, there for that. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.